time. Pakistan agrees with the calls for coordinated, collective and sustained actions among countries and institutions to suppress and mitigate this pandemic. It is clear that no country alone can protect itself from this contagion. Solidarity and unity is therefore vital to tackle morbidity and mortality, to ease burden on the health systems and support national and global economies. Pakistan endorses the statement delivered by the Chinese delegation on the issue of Taiwan. Pakistan fully supports China's efforts to safeguard its sovereignty and territorial integrity. In line with iterations of General Committee, year after year, Pakistan's position is that there is only one China and Taiwan is being an integral part of China. This session of the World Health Assembly is significant in many ways. As the premier global health parliament, it must lend its full support to the ongoing preparedness and response plans and strategies. The Assembly must support growing calls for development and production of COVID-19 related diagnostics, therapeutics and vaccines that are affordable, equitable and accessible to all. Our Prime Minister Imran Khan has already given this call for the people's vaccine. Pakistan has reported significantly lower numbers than the initial international projections, especially considering that Pakistan is the 5th largest populous developing country of the world. Despite these numbers, we are not complacent and are taking every possible step to combat this pandemic. We have started trace, test and quarantine strategy, and we have also launched a We Care campaign for the protection and the support of our frontline health workers. Some of the lessons learned from the outbreak of this pandemic include the need for enhanced investments in national and global pandemic preparedness, detection and response mechanisms, strengthening of core capacities under IHR and improved pandemic response financing mechanisms. WHO and member states must take this opportunity to start imagining the future of healthcare in post-COVID-19 world. Current political global attention must translate into strengthened essential public health functions in all the countries. And more than ever before, world needs primary healthcare-based universal health coverage. The world is bearing the fallout of this pandemic in so many different ways, including the spread of other diseases, as those have remained relatively unattended over the last 3 months. And at the end, I want to emphasize the need for taking a human rights approach and a collective action for voiceless poor suffering through these tough times. I thank you very much, Mr. President, and I commend the WHO leadership in these tough times. Thank you very much.